When I first heard about Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, I was intrigued by its promise to peel back layers of a closely guarded, often misunderstood culture. Season 1 offered an intimate look at the lives of women navigating faith, identity, and community in ways that challenged conventional narratives about Mormonism. It was raw, honest, and deeply personal. Now, with Season 2 set to air on Hulu, I feel like I've already seen it, even before the first episode has dropped. Why? Because the themes and struggles showcased feel painfully familiar, almost like reruns of the same emotional episodes. It's as if the series is less about new revelations and more about revisiting the same conflicts with different faces. And honestly, that's both comforting and frustrating. Season 1 gave us a glimpse into the complexities of balancing devotion to faith with personal autonomy. It exposed the silent pressures to conform to strict social norms, the hidden sacrifices, and the yearning for authentic self-expression. The women's stories resonated because they weren't just isolated to Mormonism. They echoed universal experiences of women trapped between tradition and modernity, between duty and desire. So when Season 2 promised to delve deeper, I expected fresh insights, new narratives that would push the conversation forward. Instead, from the trailers and early buzz, it feels like the show is revisiting the same emotional battlegrounds. The challenges of polygamy, the tension between religious loyalty and individual freedom, the stigma surrounding mental health, and the quest for acceptance within a rigid patriarchal structure. This cyclical storytelling isn't necessarily a flaw. After all, real life doesn't always move forward in neat, linear ways. These women's struggles are ongoing, often repeating, shaped by forces larger than themselves. The secret lives they lead are not chapters in a closed book, but ongoing stories with no clear resolution. So maybe Secret Lives of Mormon Wives Season 2 is simply holding up a mirror to the persistence of these issues. But it also raises questions about the show's ability to evolve. Does it risk becoming a kind of echo chamber, repeating the same conversations without pushing boundaries? Or does it serve as a vital reminder that these stories deserve continued attention, that these voices still need to be heard in a culture that often silences them? One thing is clear: the series taps into a hunger for understanding lives rarely shown in mainstream media. Mormon women's experiences, marked by faith, community, and complex interpersonal dynamics, are rarely portrayed with nuance. The show's willingness to explore controversial topics like polygamy, strict gender roles, and the emotional toll of living within a faith that demands conformity is commendable. In many ways, the feeling of déjà vu when anticipating Season 2 is a reflection of the real-world reality that these issues are not neatly resolved. The characters, and by extension, the real women they represent, are caught in cycles of hope, heartbreak, rebellion, and reconciliation. This repetition speaks to the resilience of these women as well as the stubbornness of the structures that shape their lives. Ultimately, Secret Lives of Mormon Wives isn't just entertainment, it's a conversation starter. Season 2 may feel familiar because it forces us to confront uncomfortable truths that many would rather ignore. It's a reminder that some stories are ongoing, messy, and complicated, just like real life. So yes, I feel like I've already watched Season 2 before it even aired. Not because the show is predictable, but because the lives it portrays are living, breathing continuations of a struggle that's far from over. And maybe that's exactly the point.